Namaste, dear student. Today, with Ahmed Dahal with you for our second class. I think everything is going on okay with you, and you have been completely ready for today's class, haven't you? You are. Do you remember what we studied in our previous class on Sunday? We get introduction, what the conditional sentence is, and then we also discuss in what context and how we express our view using the structures of conditional sentences. On the very beginning class, we also discuss about different types of conditional sentence. Do you remember? We classify conditional sentences into 4 different types. Zero conditional, first conditional or conditional sentence type number 1, then second conditional, conditional sentence type number 2, and third conditional, conditional sentence type number 3. Zero conditional, to express fact, truth, general routine or habit, and we also discussed that first conditional is used to describe future event that possibly to happen. And like the same, we also get the introduction about second conditional, imaginary thing, hypothesis about the present or future, and then third conditional, imaginary or hypothesis about the past that would have happened or would not have happened there. Today's class is continuation of the same. Nowadays you are getting familiar with the word virtual. Your teachers, your parents, so many people are talking about virtual class, virtual course, webinar, something like that. Like we are here on our virtual class. Do you know what does virtual class mean? Yeah, we are connected to each other. We are so near to each other. You and me are connected, but not physically. We have been connected through the technology. In computer language there, so virtual connection can be defined as the connection, interrelation between two groups with the technology, not physically there. So whatever the way is, we have been so much connected. It's an very good opportunity to us. And without getting delay, why not to start today's class? Today's class starts with first conditional. Let's look at the slide. We can see first conditional. As we say, first conditional sentence. First conditional sentence describes, or when we are to express the view, our view about the future event, which is not fact, which is not absolute truth, but likely to happen, possible to happen there. For the same, let's look at a sentence. I'm writing that on the board, and you can also see that sentences, 2 sentences in the slide also. First, check in the slide, then we go through the whiteboard. Look at the first sentence here. If you invite him, he will join the party. If you invite him, comma, he will join the party. On the very Sunday, we discussed about the 2 different parts of conditional sentence. One is known as the conditional clause, that is Other one is known as the main clause, or main clause is also called result. And condition all the time begins with if or unless. That is the characteristic of conditional sentences there, and that is the result. But that result is only possible. That result is only possible if this condition occurs. And look at here, if you invite him, look at the main verb of the conditional clause, that is in simple present tense. That means we can say verb 1. Simple present means verb 1 or verb 5. And then look at the main verb of main clause or result, will plus verb 1. So what does it say? When we are to express our view, to define the event that is possible to happen in the future, at that time we use this structure. And especially when you are concerned to your examination point of view there, you have to be so much careful with the main verb of both clauses, condition clause or main clause. So the main verb of condition should be all the time in present simple tense, that is to say verb 1 or verb 5. The subject is second person, so that verb 1 has been used here. But if there is first person, I or we, there should also be verb 1. But if there is third person, singular number, the verb should be singular form, that is to say verb 5. And then if that is third person plural number, they, at that time that remains in the same position, that is to say verb 1 form. And if condition is in simple present tense, it tells there may be something event absolute to happen or universal truth, or there may be something event or action that is possible to happen. That if that is something possible to happen, not the absolute truth, then we have to write in simple future. But not only simple future. The structure of simple future, as you have already familiar, that will and shall plus verb 1 is the structure of simple future here. But here in conditional sentence type number 1 or first conditional, we can also use other modal auxiliary. They are can, may, can also be used. Or if you invite him, he can join the party is also possible. So it is the use of first conditional, the structure, condition should be in simple present, verb 1, verb 5, main clause should be in simple future, will, shall plus verb 1, or can, may, must plus verb 1 there. But we can reverse it also. Here in this sentence, conditional clause has been used as the initial position, and after writing the conditional clause, we have to give comma, we have to separate with comma. But if you want to use main clause or result clause as the first clause there, you can write that. You will write he will join the party if you invite him. That can also be done. But what the difference? Meaning is exactly the same. Only the difference is that if we use conditional clause in the initial position, there is the first clause, we have to give comma right after the condition. But when we use the main clause in the initial position, no need of any comma, that connectives or conjunction if or unless works itself. So it is first conditional. Let's have some other example. The example, look at the first one. I think it will be clear to you if you go through the slide. Look at the first number. Now, that is the exercise. Please write these 3 sentences in your exercise book also. Here, you have to use the correct words. That is the exact model that is asked in your exam also. If you come to my house, comma, I, and there are 3 words, so, will so, would so, you may, look at the, if you come to my house, I will, so, will so, would so, you, my new book is given. And let's check that where you have to correct. three different verbs, three possible answer, three possible verbs has been given in the main class there. So you have to choose the best one, suitable one or meaningful one. If that is the context there, if you have to correct the main verb of main clause, then you have to go through the main verb of the conditional clause. Look at in condition. The condition there is similar to it, hey? There is come, that is to say in simple present tense. If that is in simple present tense, no doubt it is not absolute truth, so that should be in simple future. So what could be your answer? I am sure you have already chosen that. If you come to my house, I will show you my new book. The same way, look at the second one. We won't go swimming if it rains and raining. We have to choose the best one. Here in this number 2, what is given? Yeah, main clause is given in the initial position here, and you have to correct the main verb of the conditional clause. If it is so, let's check the main verb of main clause there. The main verb of main clause won't go. That is the negative of will. So that if the main clause is in simple future, then no doubt condition or if clause should be in simple present. Verb 1 or verb 5. Subject is it. It means third person singular number. It all the time agrees with the singular verb. Among them, rains. That is the singular form in present tense. So that the answer would be we won't go swimming if it rains. And the same way the third one. Here, conditional clause is given in the first position, and we have to also correct the main verb of conditional clause. So let's go to the main clause. That means result. The result is in simple future, will plus give. Look at the contraction form of will has been given. You can also say that is shall also. I shall give it to my mother, or I will give it to my mother. So will plus give. Shall plus give. Simple future. So what could be if result is in simple future? Condition should also be in simple present. So I is first person, so that verb 1 is used. So if I win the cash prize, I will give it to my mother. In this way, we express our view for something that is possible to happen in present or future. It is. I think you are clear about first conditional. Let's go to the second conditional. Second conditional sentence can be called imaginary, hypothetical, hypothesis, not real. It's not real, but not about the past. That is for the present or future. Second conditional. Look at in the slide. You will find out that there are two sentences in the slide. Let's observe the first one. The first one is, if you invited him, he would join the party. Why not to realize that? Why not to discuss that writing on the board? So I am writing the same one. If you invited him, look at, if you invited him, that is the condition. Why we can say that is the condition there? It has been started with if or unless there, and conditional clause has been written in the initial position. So I'm trying to separate it with comma, and now it's time to write the result. So the result is he would join the party. Be careful. In this sentence, look at, the verb is in simple past tense. Verb 2. The verb is given in verb 2. And look at here, the result, that is in would plus verb 1. So what is the meaning of this sentence? They say that. You may find out, oh, that is about the past. No. It is present, but imagining. It is unreal. It is hypothetical or hypothesis there. If it happens so, that would be. So, in this imaginary sentence or expression, condition is written in simple past, verb to, but it doesn't give the meaning of past. It is completely present or future there. We are imagining something, we are making hypothesis of something, and result would plus verb 1. So you can generalize what the structure. Condition should be in verb 2 and main clause should be in would plus verb 1. Not only would plus verb 1, would plus verb 1, should plus verb 1, could plus verb 1, and might plus verb 1, that would be. And the meaning of this type of sentence, it describes the imaginary or hypothetical situation. This structure all the time defines or describes the imaginary or hypothetical situation, but not about the past. That is the main thing that you should be noticed. Be careful. Here we are imagining about present or future there. For example, in the exam sometime you are asked, if you were the mayor of the municipality, what would you do for the development of your town, city or municipality? That type of question is asked. What does it mean? In right now, in real situation, you are not the mayor. You are just making the hypothesis, if I was the mayor, what could I do? So in this way, suppose nowadays in your age, you enjoy when you see someone riding on motorcycle on the road. If he looks similar to your age, you may, oh my God, if I had a lot of money, I would buy a motorcycle. In this way, such type of imagination, such type of hypothesis is expressed through the use of this structure. So are you clear that? I think you have no doubt about the second conditional. Once again, I am repeating the same. Second conditional express all the time hypothetical situation of present or future, and in this type of hypothesis we make condition in past, but it gives the meaning of present or future there, and result is all the time written in would plus verb 1, could plus verb 1, should plus verb 1, might plus verb 1. So let's do the practice. Some example has been provided you through the slide there. Let's check that slide. Look at the first number. The first number is, if Dolma had cooked dinner, it would be chicken and rice. Chicken and rice, that is given there. All these sentences, don't worry, all these sentences have been taken from your textbook. In my first class, I explained you that, I told you that these items are in page number 84 of your English textbook there. If Dolma had cooked dinner, it would be chicken and rice. Now, for the first check, where there is, where you have to correct. We have to correct the main verb of the condition. So, if we are to correct the main verb of the condition, we should go to the main class there. Let's check the main verb of the main class, that is would plus verb 1 similar to it. Here there is would join, but in the slide you can say would be. So if main clause is in would, could, should, might plus verb 1 without any confusion, you will use verb 2 in the condition. So that what is the right answer? Very easy it is. I think you have no any problem with that. You have already completed that. You have already written in your exercise book. The answer would be, the correct word would be cooked, verb 2. So if Dolma cooked dinner, it would be chicken and rice. Like this, and look at the second sentence. If I played football, if I played football, would play at the school field. That is given. Where you have to correct the main verb of the main class there. So we are given three main verbs: played, play, would play. So go to the condition. The condition is simple past. If the condition is simple past, we have to feel that, we are describing the imaginary situation present. we are making the hypothesis of something, then in that context main clause should be in would plus verb 1. So your answer would be, without any confusion there, if I played football, I would play at the school field. Are you clear? I hope there is no confusion at all to you. Like the same, there is next one. Oh, that is given in question form. How would you go to school if you will miss your school bus? Oh, that is so much occurring problem of yours. Sometimes you miss the bus. So now we are imagining that if I missed the bus, I would go. How could I go to school? So that is the imagination here, and it doesn't mean that you have already missed. You have not missed it, but you are just making the imagination about it. So here in this sentence, in this question, where you have to correct? You have to correct the main verb of the condition. So the condition, if you have to correct the condition there, then go to the main clause. The main clause is given in would plus verb 1 would go. So if that is would plus, the same way as you can see in the whiteboard, would plus verb 1, if there is would plus verb 1, then we have to write verb 2 there. So what is the verb 2 form? There is missed. So how would you go to school if you missed your school bus? In this way, we express the situation which is imaginary or hypothesis in present time, which is not right now. We are not according to that situation. We are making the situation. We are imagining the situation about the same. And now let's go to the next conditional sentence. It is also known as the last conditional too, or the third conditional, or not only the third conditional, it is also known as the conditional sentence type number 3. And third conditional, in the third conditional, let's look at the sentence here. Go through the slide. The third conditional describes hypothetical situation in the past, hypothetical situation in the present or future. That is the second conditional. But hypothetical situation or event about the past is third conditional. For the same, look at the sentence here I am writing. If he had studied hard, he would have passed. That is the sentence. So look at here. Condition is in that plus verb 3, that means past perfect, and main clause is would have plus verb 3. Not only would, you can use would, could, should, or might also. Would, could, should, might have plus verb 3 is used. So this student, the structure of third conditional is condition in past perfect, main clause should be in would have, could have, should have, might have plus verb 3. And what the meaning of this expression? The meaning of this expression is imagination, hypothesis about the past. If it was so, it would be so. If it had been so, it would have been so. In this way we can define that. And for the same, let's have the activity. The same way as you practice about first conditional and second conditional, I am giving you 3 sentences here. The 3 sentences. Lakshmi Prasad Devkota could have lived longer if he did not smoked, had not smoked so heavily. Here, the verb you have to correct is in conditional clause. So, if conditional clause should be corrected, let's go to the main clause. What is the main verb of the main clause? The main verb of the main clause is could have plus verb 3. The same way there is would have plus verb 3. In the slide you can see could have plus verb 3. So, if there is could have plus, should have plus, might have a plus verb 3, then conditions should be all the time without any confusion. Past perfect tense, so your answer would be could have, Lakshmi Prasad Devkota could have lived longer if he had not smoked so heavily. The second sentence, if Buddha had eaten in the restaurant, he would have been sick. Would have plus verb 3 been has been given, so your answer would be had plus verb 3 had eaten. In this way we express our view. Yeah, this practice, here there is another one slide. You can see that this item has been given in your textbook, that is in page number 84. So do from the same textbook. And now it's time to say goodbye with you, and I hope you enjoyed today's class. Goodbye and namaste.